Rhino ramps. Why do you need them? How to use them? How much does it cost? We're about to find out. Let's get it. YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Chris Rod here, and today we're going to be taking a deep dive into the Rhino ramps that I got roughly, I don't know how long ago. And we're going to start this video as to why you're going to need Rhino ramps. Let me tell you something. It's easier to do your oil, and it's very useful when you don't want to use a jack in or a jack in. It's a simple way to simply get your car over some ramps, take a look under, bring it back down, and call her a day. So it's worth the investment. How much does it cost? Money. Costs money.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
No, but seriously, guys, when it comes to the Rhino ramps, it has two prices to them. There's a lower model, which I think holds up to 6K or something like that of pounds. I don't know. That one costs like 60 bucks. This one is the max, which I think can hold up to, I think it's like 12K pounds or something around there. So this one's going to be around $75 to almost $80. And that's the one that I have, considering the fact that I got a truck. So now, I'm going to show you guys how to use them. First thing we're going to do is making sure we line this up correctly. So, put that down there. All right. We're definitely going to want to have this one particular thing. Make sure that wheel, steering wheel that you got, straighten it out. Firmly all the way straight. Very important. So, take your Rhino ramp. You simply slide it right in there. And that's step one. You do that on one side and do it on to the other. So here we are for step two inside the truck. And we're going to be using the GoPro to demonstrate this, and as well as the camera sitting over there. So, with that being said, first thing we got to do, start our car. Truck, as you will, whatever. We're going to straighten the wheel out just a tad. We're going to put our foot on the brake, put our truck in gear, and then we're going to slowly go on a simple rise. Oh, wait, copyright. What we're going to be doing is simply foot on the brake, got the gear on, and now we're going to simply go right up the ramps, as so. Now, when doing this is a little bit tricky, but all you have to do is have your foot on the brake and the gas at the same time, per se, in a way, because you don't want to just ram this thing up there. So let's demonstrate. Now let's go. Start to go up, foot on the brake a little, and right about there, I'm pretty sure I got it right on the top of the ramps. Hopefully we can see that also in that camera. And then sometimes for reassurance, to make sure that it's actually there, foot is off of the gas or brake, see if it'll roll a little forward. We have it completely there, we're good to go. Shove it in park, and that's that. Your truck and our car is officially on the ramps. And I know exactly what you're asking. You might be telling yourself, yo, Chris, check it out. Seen a couple videos where people had these things crack on them. Well, this is why I personally get the more expensive model and or style. I got the one that's the one for like 12K or whatever the measurement or metric is. The reason is because the higher you got in weight, class per se, as far as the actual ramps go, the more likely it's not going to snap on you. I'm pretty sure these geniuses are probably putting trucks over the ramps that only take about 6K pounds. That does not make any sense. Get the highest one that you can just to adjust and make sure that the weight you need is perfect. Hopefully that makes sense, but let's demonstrate exactly how long these can actually hold by simply doing an oil change on the truck. that's holding pretty fine, and guess what? All we gotta do is take the truck off the ramps, and that's pretty much it. Here we are back in the truck. Life scenario, what you really do when you use the ramps, and guess what? What we're gonna do? Turn your truck on and our car, put it back in gear. Wait, gotta let it warm up, just put some oil. Warm, not really. Put it back in gear, let it be, let the truck just do its thing and fall right back. And now we are back on the ground, and guess what? That is how you use Rhino ramps. And there you guys have it. It is really that easy to use these things. It really is. Simply ride them up till it hits a little point that it doesn't allow you to go over. And look, you probably saw in the video where it actually slid. Guys, these Rhino ramps, they are not going to allow you to have your car and or truck go over the ramps and flip and maybe damage stuff. It's not going to happen. You literally saw it within the video. I'm pretty sure you did, because I know I felt it. But that's how you use it. And the only one con that I have with these things, just one. These ramps do not allow you with a lowered car to go up onto the ramps. I tried it, failed miserably. So guess what? I'm gonna actually end up getting some race ramps, which is something that I recommend. If you guys don't know about race ramps, I'm pretty sure you've seen it in a whole bunch of other videos. You gotta have seen it somewhere, where the race ramps allow any other lowered vehicle to go from a certain angle up a little higher even onto that particular ramp by simply elongating the actual tail of the ramp. Guys, it's beautiful, and I can't wait to have those, especially when I lower my car. But with all that being said, if you guys found this video enjoyable and helpful in any kind of way, be sure to leave a like. Don't forget, for your boy, be sure to join and click by simply smashing the subscribe button, and as well as ringing that notification bell. And until then, it's my boy Chris Rod, and I see all you beautiful people in the next one. Peace.
No es simplemente una mata. Préndele, do cacha y sube